Yo, what up? It's Rip. You know that movie Prey? Yeah, it's fucking terrible. The state of movies in 2022 has lowered the bar to such an incredible extent that people consider it more boring than bad. Based on reviews that I have watched. So did I when I first watched it because I liked the fight scenes. But then my brain turned back on. The movie is about this girl Naru, who is basically Sacagawea as a warrior princess. So she wants to prove that she can be a hunter in a village where I guess she isn't allowed to do that for reasons? And she finds out about the predator. And just like I said in my trailer review, she decides to challenge it to an honor duel to prove that she is the bestest hunter ever. So then she kills it because fuck the patriarchy and becomes the leader of her tribe because fuck the patriarchy, and the movie ends. So to my surprise, this movie is actually not overly woke. Yeah, it does put an emphasis on having a strong female protagonist breaking gender norms, and all the white people are cartoonishly evil. But it does not feel as forced as things like Captain Marvel, The Last Jedi, Ghostbusters 2016, and all the shit like that. So, good for them. Isn't it sad that something like not being a misandrist, racist asshole is something that is surprising nowadays? That should be the bare minimum. Anyway, I hate Naru. Her character journey is that she starts as a selfish brat and ends as a selfish brat, and her personality doesn't offer anything in between. All she cares about is becoming a hunter. The movie attempts to tell the audience that she isn't allowed to hunt due to the fact that she is a woman through subtle implication and context clues such as men saying sexist jokes. I can't find a clip, but this is the gist of it.
There's a lot of countries in the world that treat women like shit. That's fucked up. But they got the best food. The more a country's like, stay in the kitchen, the better the food comes out of the kitchen, right? It does. It comes out more delicious that way. Have you ever eaten food from a country where the women are equal? Oh, get the fuck.
The movie never actually clearly states women can't hunt. Rather, we are shown that no one really gives a shit whether she's a hunter or not. And that's where the issue lies with her as a person within the realm of the fiction. Naru is characterized as being highly skilled. Specifically, she's a great strategist, tracker, healer, great with weapons, great fighter, great forager, and she wants to hunt, and she does hunt, and she's good at it. So what is she complaining about? What is the reason for her motivation? I assume she wants respect, but the movie doesn't say that. It just says she wants to be a hunter, and it shows it. Like, her only failures as a hunter were due to a bowstring snapping and getting distracted by the predator. Yeah, it's implied that her brother is a better hunter than her, but it's never actually reinforced as something relevant to the story. Alright, so I just thought about this while I was editing, but I think the only reason why the brother was such a badass and such a nice person to Naru is so that the movie wouldn't be seen as woke. It's basic manipulation, because all the other men are kind of assholes in this movie. He's the only good one, and he's also better than Naru, because they don't want her to be seen as a Mary Sue either. It's basic manipulation. The movie's been doing that the entire time. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with having a token nice guy and a token badass if all your other guys are just douchebags. The issue comes down to the fact that it's very surface level, because when you strip away him fighting the predator and almost winning, and him enabling Naru, he literally didn't really do anything in the movie. And he's a non-entity, really. Like, think about this. Imagine the movie was about a brother and sister with differing worldviews and skills having to reluctantly challenge those worldviews and work together to overcome a powerful threat, and in the end both come to a deeper understanding of one another. Naru being the mentally intelligent woman whose desire to be seen as an equal to her overprotective, physically stronger brother causes her to put herself in situations she can't always handle. Something similar to that would help strengthen the character's motivation a bit, as well as the plot, in my opinion. So, in this culture, hunters have to kill a dangerous animal as a rite of passage to... Honestly, it's not really clear. I just realized that the world building is kinda shit in this movie. I assume it is like a entry exam to become a full-fledged hunter? But at the same time, we only see Naru and her brother do it, and they both become the war chief of their village directly after succeeding. And it makes sense for Naru's brother, if I am being generous, because he is shown to be like some kind of de facto leader of their village and their greatest warrior, very, very loosely. But Naru's social status is basically as the town weirdo, so it makes no sense for her. Maybe it was because she killed the predator, but no one knows what the fuck that is, so why would that be special? So going back to her hunting the lion, Naru is in a tree fighting a lion and she gets distracted by what I think is the predator or something, and she falls out of the tree, and at the same time she stabs a lion before hitting her head on a rock and passing out. Then her brother killed it, citing later that he could only kill it because she injured it. This is basically the movie having her fail without having her fail. They do it a lot in this movie. To avoid her being called an erisume. So Naru knows that the predator exists because she saw the ship and the footprints, and the snake got skinned in a weird way at one point. So when her brother comes back with the lion carcass and becomes war chief, Naru gets really pissed and claims that it is because she knows something more dangerous is out there. But wait, when she was told that killing the lion was her rite of passage, she didn't give a fuck about the predator in that moment, so why the fuck is she so obsessed with killing the predator now? Is it because someone else got the glory for the lion kill? Is it because she's a selfish bitch? Her brother killed the lion because he thought it was a threat to his village. Lions are actually a proven threat. The predator hasn't even proven that it exists yet. We see the predator is literally only going around killing animals. Yeah, it eventually does kill humans, but it hasn't happened yet. The one time we see evidence of it being near a person up to this point, it scared the lion away, then left him alive. It's almost like Naru has a copy of the movie script in her pocket telling her what's going to come next. And the movie really does all that it can to try and convince us she's not acting for purely spiteful reasons. But if that were true, why did she try to kill a bear in that one scene? Even though she had plenty of time to run away before the bear found out where she was. I'm telling you, she only cares about getting glory and nothing else matters to her. Like, remember when she abandoned her village to hunt the predator? And her brother sent people to bring her back, but she got into a fist fight with them instead, where it took 2 motherfucking hunters to take her down. Are we allowed to call her Mary Sue? Tell me in the comments why or why not. Seriously, this movie doesn't offer her very many redeeming qualities. But she does have a little doggy. We're meant to sympathize with her struggle to become a hunter, but I don't see why. She comes off as being a nonconformist for the sake of being a nonconformist, throwing away a system that worked for her people. Remember, she is a super amazing healer. But she refuses to be a healer because she doesn't want to, and her brother is just enabling her. This isn't a first world country, it's a small Indian village in the 1700s. Structure is important. Because a splinter could give you sepsis back then, and then it's night-night for life. And this is petty, but like, there is also a part where she is hiding from her brother's hunting party, and when they find her, she's like, in all seriousness,
I'm not hiding.
So she's being argumentative for no reason. And since she's a static character, the flaws of being a selfish, argumentative, glory-starved child don't ever change. And the story tells us we should be happy for her when she is rewarded for her bad behavior in the end. Fuck you! Let's talk about the end, by the way, and how fucking retarded it is. The new OC Predator, who shall henceforth be known as Retro Predator, seems like a predator with brain damage. Remember, the Predator is a highly intelligent alien species that has the ability of interstellar travel. So why the fuck is Retro Predator's plasma caster now a crossbow bolt launcher? And in the original movies, the Predator killed guerrilla warfare style, in a highly meticulous and cautious way, killing people one by one. Well, the Retro Predator is playing Dynasty Warriors in this bitch, assaulting like 50 guys at once. The movie does follow the basic logic of the Predator in that he doesn't attack unarmed people or people who aren't a threat to him, but it treats it more like animal instinct instead of conscious decisions that the character is making. Alright, so let's jump to my favorite part of the movie. The Predator yeeting himself. What the fuck is this shit? Why would the highly intelligent Predator not eyeball aim his crossbow bolt so he could hit the woman who was like 3 feet away from him? Does he not have that ability? Is the gun built to only shoot with auto aim? Does the mask turn on even if he doesn't want it to? Why is it built like that? Does he not know that it's built like that? Does he not know that this can be used against him? Why doesn't he know that? It's such a stupid trap that would only work if the Retro Predator's intellect fell below having basic common sense. I mean, Dutch had to play a double Uno reverse card to kill his Predator. And I'm gonna ignore how easily she fought melee with the Predator because it was a kind of a cool fight scene. And honestly, this movie has a lot more issues. And to go over all of it would require like a 45-minute video at the least. Like, I got a comment recently that mentioned this movie was a 6 out of 10, and I respect that, but that is being overly generous in my opinion. It is a 4 out of 10 at best. Anyway, like and subscribe if you like my videos, please. Seeing that sub count go up would really make my day. Alright, thank you, bye bye.